Hey, what's going on, everyone? Nick Daniels here, coming at you live yet again. Today, man, we're bringing you a video, actually here in an abandoned factory in Windsor, Nova Scotia. So this is like an abandoned textile factory. Anyway, so I'm right off the highway here. I've been here before, but I'm coming here just to do some photos this afternoon. And I figured we'd make a couple videos while we're here, man, about online dating, because why not? So I'm sorry if the brightness gets a little askew at sometimes. I'm keeping the ISO on the camera a little bit lower. I'm only using a 400 on the GoPro right now, so at some points I might kind of become more of a fucking silhouette, but I'll try to keep it in an open area. Starting to rain, so we'll show you some spots here. I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool actually that the water's coming right through. And we'll just walk around this building, probably in circles. So anyway, today I want to talk about my cardinal rules, man. Online dating, cardinal rules. Here's the rain I was talking about, eh? Just coming right through the roof like nothing. It's really not even raining that hard out either. So it must be like puddles and stuff up there, right? It's really cool. Yeah, man. So what do I mean by that, cardinal rules? What am I talking about? So every time I go on like online dating, and let's say I start getting like a conversation started. There's pigeons in here too, by the way. You probably can't see them very well. There's two pigeons right here. They'll fly around on the rafters quite often, or the roof here. So if you see them flying around, hey, yeah, what's going on? Yeah, man, so like I said, what I'm talking about there is every time I start up a conversation with a woman online, Hinge, Tinder, Bumble, doesn't matter, all the above. There's always like a set of rules I try to adhere to. Obviously, sometimes, you kind of break those rules depending. And what happens every single time is I eat shit when that happens, things backfire, right? And I'll kind of get into that in a minute. What I mean by the rules, though, is they'll just be kind of things that maybe, you know what I mean, are just like, that's a little, some of them are a little bit more common sense, but other ones are like, they're straight up like preferences. Like, it's just like, okay, cool. Like if you meet some of these, this might not be happening. And, so like just for an example, like I'm 27, obviously I'm not going after like a 19-year-old. Right? I try not even 20 either. Like, it's kind of like, 21 and above kind of thing. And it's mainly for like a maturity level. And that's where I kind of get the exception. Like sometimes, like say a 20-year-old female would be messaging me and we meet up and like I take a gamble on it. And she actually seems quite mature. That's kind of what I'm saying, is sometimes there is that, and that's usually where I fall into these. Even though I've kind of got my own little rules set up, I kind of break them sometimes. Another one is like distance as well. So like typically, like where I live in Halifax, Nova Scotia, I want someone in my city. I want someone in Halifax. So the farther you start going out of the city, i.e., let's say like 40-minute drive plus, you start kind of getting into the second one, my second rule, and these are all just like personal, these are all just me. But yeah, you start getting into the second rule, where then we start having problems with distance, right? Distance to me isn't the end of the world, and I'll often just do it anyway. But I find a lot of time with distance, like where I'm definitely more interested in the form of a relationship. It's kind of what I'm after. I find with the whole distance thing, a lot of time, like especially when both parties like know this, that's not what someone's not looking for that. One of them isn't. Like if I'm looking for it, she's not. If I'm not, she is. Like, because that's what it is. Like it's like, you don't want to really. I wouldn't really say that's long distance. Like if say you were an hour drive, I don't really think that's like long distance. Like long distance to me is like you can't really make that trip like in an evening, like effectively. You could do a 1-hour drive. But yeah, like I just like, you just not a good way to start, right? Like it's one thing if you progress to that, but like, yeah, you want to start kind of local. So that's another one. A big one for me is if they're a student. I can kind of struggle with that sometimes, and I usually try to make it work, and every time I have, it just never seems to really float. And it's rather unfortunate because like, it's just like I'm graduated, like I have my diploma, and I'm good with that. Like I'm not going back. Yeah, that's completely it. Also, this is just fucking cool, man. I've been, like I said, I've been here before, and it doesn't get old. Like you get like these, like the pillars in here. That's probably a good photo opportunity, actually, now I think about it. But yeah, so like it's just the way you got to look at it. Like I'm at a different point in my life than this woman, right? Like she's in school, she's working on hers. Is the way I look at that, right? Like she's figuring herself out. Jesus. And I'm not, right? And I'm done, and I'm working, and and it's also like a thing of time. Like they'll be busy working on assignments, and I'll be busy just like effing the dog, right? Because I'm done. Like I'm graduated. I don't need to do anything. It's like I just work 8 to 5, like quite literally. So my days like literally just do that, like hit the weekends, like just a traditional working young guy working, and it's just like that's one of the biggest ones, and what I'm saying by these is like these are just like I think like if you do online dating, my advice, like what I'm trying to get across here is I think you have to have your own set of these. You really do. You really need to have a set of rules for yourself. We're going back through that. Yeah, you need to have a set of rules for yourself, and you need to follow them through, like no matter what. Once in a while, like you get this conversation going, she's pretty cute, you guys are really hitting it off, and maybe she's breaking like a couple of them, like, and and I know it sounds funny, like she's breaking them, but like, like you okay, maybe she's a student, maybe she's this, maybe, you kind of have to outweigh that, like you have to be like, okay, cool, but I'm just saying, like, usually in my case, like every single time, even one of those are going, like it doesn't work. Like something, it just falls through every time. And like, for different reasons. But that's kind of why I made them. When I first started online dating, I never had like a list of rules. I was just kind of like, dude, I'll just go for whatever. Like if I can get a match, I'll get a match. And then I slowly started like cluing in, like, okay, here's like maybe a couple things I should start looking out for. And kind of go from there. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think. With the cardinal rules, it's just my little like terminology. But I don't know, maybe that'll stick for you folks, and you guys will pick that up and think it's a good idea, and maybe you already have your own rules. Anyway, I'm gonna run out of time, so we gotta start making some pictures here. So thanks for watching. Take it easy. See you in the next one. Peace.